good main event anywhere in the world. But we're going to make it just a little more interesting by adding a man who is one of the UK's finest. And we're going to turn this into a three-way. And this is going to be a hell of a match. Ladies and gentlemen, UK's up, Pete Dunne!
Oh, now this is a good decision. This is a man I'm super impressed with, Dave. He's a throwback to the glory days of World of Sport, and he's right here now in WCPW. Prepare yourself for the bruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
So Pete Dunne is going to be added to what was going to be a one-on-one match between El Ligero and EC3. Here he is, as you say, the bruiserweight, making it a triple threat here on Stacked. And what did I say, Alex? When Eric Bischoff is out here, you never know what's going to happen.
And what a three-way dance this is going to be. Pete Dunne, El Ligero and EC3. Dave, I don't want to say this is just the first match because it's not. Do you know what I will say? This is just the second match.
Unbelievable. We're already had a night of incredible surprises. Pete Dunne added to that El Ligero EC3 match, which was scheduled to happen right now, so I guess we're going to have a triple threat immediately.
Bischoff making his presence felt early here in WCPW, and this is going to be a hell of a match.
What about that announcement? Bret the Hitman Hart coming to WCPW in October. Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a triple threat scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, already in the ring, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bruiserweight Pete Dunne.
A warm welcome to Pete Dunne from the WCPW faithful.
And introducing his opponents. Please enter EC. First, weighing in at 230 pounds, from Boca Raton, Florida, England,
He is a former two-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion and was unbeaten. No one pinned him. No one submitted him, Alex, for 2.5 years in TNA.
Well, I mean, all I can say is EC3 is without question the most successful Carter in the history of pro wrestling. I mean, apart from the woman one, you know, Stacey Carter.
Dixie.
No, Stacey. Who's Dixie?
Dixie Carter is EC3's aunt, as you well know.
Never heard of her.
EC3, the latest in a long line of international superstars to grace us with their presence here at WCPW.
And look at the shape that EC3 is in. Talk about stacked, he's jacked. Great shape, great condition. Similar to the man we're about to see.
And I wonder if EC3 knows anything about Pete Dunne. He's prepared for El Ligero.
Hey guys, Bret Hart's going to be here in October. Yeah!
It's true.
EC3's in as much shock as the rest of us.
And introducing their opponents. Weighing in at 175 pounds from Los Santos, Mexico, the Mexican sensation, El Ligero.
You know, last week on WCPW Loaded, El Ligero had what was a phenomenal contest, but he's out here tonight against EC3 and Pete Dunne.
And what a crazy mix of styles, Dave Bradshaw. You've got the American superstar EC3, who seems to getting exactly what he wants. You've got the Bruiserweight, a throwback to the World of Sport days, mixed with, I guess the best way of putting it, is the modern shoot fight style. And then you've got El Ligero, who is a British luchador. You've got American wrestling v British wrestling v Lucha Libre. It's a clash of styles, a mix of styles. It's going to be interesting, and I'm predicting, Dave, it's going to be off the charts.
The Mexican sensation has quickly become a fixture here in WCPW.
And I mentioned earlier the shape of EC3, but look at the chiseled physique of El Ligero, a man with potentially the lowest body fat percentage in all of British wrestling. And the amount of matches he has per year, that is saying something. That's dedication and commitment. Oh, look at that.
Was speaking to, EC3 is wearing Ligero's cape. Ligero not entirely happy about that, I don't think. A polite reprimand from the Mexican sensation.
He needs a phone box. That'll fix it. He's having a wardrobe malfunction, like Janet Jackson during the Super Bowl with less boobs. Actually, looking at EC3's chest, it's debatable.
There we go. Ligero removing his cape from the man who temporarily stole it. Now, I was speaking to El Ligero via a translator backstage before we started here.
How did you get a translator at that short notice?
One of our ring crew can speak Spanish, as it happens. And El Ligero telling me he's had almost 200 matches this year already. One of the busiest men in British wrestling.
Well, I was speaking to some of the fans here in Newcastle, and they've told me they've seen El Ligero multiple times this year. Unfortunately, I too was having that conversation through a translator, so they could have said something totally different.
I never know what you're saying. Here we go, triple threat rules.
Because you're a halfway. Oh, look at that. There's the bruising style of the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. This guy is a huge asset in WCPW, but he may have his work cut out for him because, I mean, EC3 is a comedy king. He's a funny man. And, you know, Pete Dunne is the most serious wrestler I can imagine in British wrestling right now.
Well, right now, EC3 is the man who's been taken out of the equation as he's left on the outside, leaving Dunne and Ligero. Ligero with the leapfrog. Dunne goes to the ropes again. He'll have a head of steam, and Ligero with that spinning kick
and he used
into the midsection.
That Lucha send pass there, and it was that sending Dunne past him, which he's not used to, which allowed Ligero to get that spinning kick straight into the midsection, and it's floored Dunne early.
Dunne reversing Ligero's attempt to send him into the corner. Ligero now on the middle turnbuckle. Here comes the Mexican sensation with the hurricanrana.
Beautiful hurricanrana by El Ligero. And Pete Dunne needs to do something and regroup.
EC3 is meanwhile standing in the corner getting his breath back. He's watching this one unfold. That is a clever strategy, isn't it? In fact, here he comes.
And that was a big clothesline right there by Pete Dunne. Big clothesline. A Mexican sensation. You've not seen EC3. This may not go well for the Bruiserweight.
Carter.
He may end up bruised.
Carter is standing behind Dunne. Dunne now sees him, and EC3 with the strikes to the face of Pete Dunne.
EC3 now twisting that tight arm wrench, and a big chop. And look at that. Sends Dunne straight to his knees. I mean, that was a big chop.
Another big chop by EC3 on Dunne.
And interestingly, just like Pete Dunne in that World of Sport style, EC3 kept hold of that wrist the entire time. Hits the ropes there, Dunne, and third chop sends him straight back down.
That's the strength of EC3, who is undoubtedly the most powerful man in the match. You say, if you're not sure, just look at that physique.
Oh, look, Ligero's back in. Oh, schoolboy style roll up there. Mexican schoolboy.
Is there a difference between a Mexican schoolboy roll up and a normal schoolboy roll up?
One of them's Spanish.
Not Mexican. Anyway, hip toss, double hip toss by Ligero and Carter on Pete Dunne. And a brief alliance between the USA and Mexico.
But a very brief alliance, because there you go. That's an American schoolboy roll-up. You see the difference?
No, not at all.
You're not paying attention. Oh, trip there by Dunne. Takes EC3 out. And it must be frustrating for Dunne. It's his first match here. in WCPW, and he's surrounded by the huge personality of EC3 and the talent. Oh, look at that. He traps him in the apron.
Yeah, he's got caught up. Ligero is caught up in the apron, and Dunne takes advantage with a boot to the skull, to the cranium of El Ligero.
And that is the Pete Dunne that I know and love so much. This guy is unorthodox, but in just such, he's just a bruiserweight. El Ligero is a cruiserweight, but Pete Dunne is a bruiserweight, and you're seeing it right there. He's going to have a bruised skull after that.
A DDT over the middle rope. Dunne, closest he's come to winning the contest so far, and he gets a 2 count on El Ligero. Here comes Carter now, only briefly.
And now he's going for textbook, trademark, Pete Dunne. Going, oh, look at that.
Disrespect to El Ligero, grabbing him by the horns.
You know what's coming now, Dave? I've seen this before. He's taking out the gum shells. Watch this. Oh
God! Pete Dunne biting the fingers of El Ligero.
It's like what Nixon Newell did to B. Priestley.
Don't forget, those two are going to compete again before we're done.
Last woman standing match, Dave, to crown the first ever WCPW Women's Champion.
It will be the 3rd women's contest in WCPW history. All 3 of them have featured those 2 young ladies, and they are 1 win apiece. This is the rubber match with it all on the line, coming up here on Stacked.
Huge forearm there by Dunne. Dunne is so proficient with these forearms and these uppercuts. I mean, this guy just likes to beat an opponent down, grind him into the canvas, and work on every possible body part, including the nose and biting the fingers. He's just vicious.
El Ligero is trying to play some mind games with Dunne, asking him for more. And Dunne happy to oblige with that huge forearm. Ligero now fighting back.
Don't trade forearms with Pete Dunne, Ligero. It'll be a big, big mistake.
Well, you say that. El Ligero seems to be getting the better of it. Dunne is trying to is he trying to remove the mask?
Pump handle over. Off into the ropes goes Dunne. Comes straight back into a clothesline. Wow, nearly sent him inside out. Did Ligero. Man.
And once again, EC3 is on the outside. He has spent a long time in this match on the outside of the ring, conserving his energy. I think that's a deliberate strategy on the part of Carter.
Give him credit. He's the smartest Carter in pro wrestling as well. Apart from the woman one, you know, Stacey.
Dixie. Back elbow by EC3, who's picking his spots, coming in and getting his offense in, trying to pick up a quick win while El Ligero is down. Dunne goes to the ropes.
Flapjack and face. I mean, that was literally chin first. He landed centre of the ring. Oh, look at Dunne holding his nose. I mean, he's got that gum shield, but there's no protecting the cartilage in your nose.
Well, the way he landed from that flapjack could have a broken nose very easily. EC3 is going to go for that 1%.
Oh, he's got the hand. Well,
that's one way out.
If at first you don't succeed, use your teeth.
Dunne will go jumping forearm onto Carter.
I told you, didn't I? I said the bruiserweight. I'm calling it.
You haven't predicted a match in advance ever in your life.
I was calling it just there. I may change my mind.
You are the epitome of someone who sits on the fence at every opportunity. Here comes El Ligero. Ligero over the top and a tope onto EC3 and Pete Dunne.
And that may just be the difference maker for Ligero, because it was the biggest move of the match, and it just so happened to be a move that he landed on not 1 but 2 opponents, and in a 3-way, that's exactly what you need.
El Ligero taking control in dramatic fashion in this triple threat match after risking it all, and the risk paid off.
And Dunne back in the ring now. Ligero going for that C4L, hits the ropes, comes back straight into a forearm by Pete Dunne.
Yeah, Dunne had that very, very well scouted. Ligero goes behind.
Oh, gosh!
Reverse Hurricane Rana.
And what's Ligero going for here? Mexican style. Greco-Roman knuckle lock on one side into an ace crusher. And if he can pin him here, this one could be over. Oh, there's EC3.
Yeah, Carter is in, and Carter saves the match. EC3 is picking up Ligero.
Ducks under into that big elbow. Is he going to go for that C4L again? Up onto the second, comes back, and EC3 catches him.
There is the strength of Ethan Carter III. Picks up El Ligero on his shoulders and twists him round, drops him down, face first.
Fireman ace crusher there, and And did you see the way EC3 used all of his body weight across the chest of Ligero, but Ligero giving everything he could to kick out, and here comes Dunne.
That's the danger in a triple threat match. EC3 was focusing on Ligero. Dunne snuck up from behind. He'll do it again, but Ligero, meanwhile, he's climbing the turnbuckle. Neither Dunne nor Carter has seen him.
German with a bridge, and Mexican wave splash, centre of the ring. And what a way to break up a cover. That may just have been, after 20 years in this business, the most spectacular break-up to a pin I've ever seen. And it's only the second match. Have I said that already?
You have mentioned that, yes. Meanwhile, all three men are down in this impromptu triple threat match. Again, we were expecting a one-on-one match between El Ligero and EC3. Pete Dunne injected into this match by Eric Bischoff, our guest general manager for the night.
That bloody Bischoff. I still can't get over what he did to Adam.
You were a big fan until he did that, weren't you?
That was one of I cried a little bit. A little bit of tear came out.
Yeah, Adam Gombier cried a lot, not just a little. I wonder how he's doing now on the streets of Newcastle. Now he's been thrown out of the O2 Academy.
His father figure just kicked him out of home. Well, hold on, what's going on here? Dunne had him right in the eyes there with those fingers. Dunne he'll stop at nothing to win a match. That's what I like about him. He's like B. Priestley.
Yeah, both of them in the eye.
Look, there we go. Ligero.
Officials have got to do something about this biting by Pete Dunne. It's disgusting.
Oh, no. Well, that's unfair.
Two wrongs don't make a right, but having said that, there is a certain poetic justice to what just happened to Pete Dunne.
Straight into a super kick there, and then Zaguri straight in the... God, that one got him in the face, and a double clothesline there. Huge double clothesline, sends both men down, and EC3, I tell you, man, EC3 is feeling it. Look at this, he's psyched.
Going for the 1%er, EC3 gets it! Nails it on Pete Dunne, but El Ligero is there.
C4L? Oh, no.
He changed it to a kick.
Just out of position, Dave, but he turned it, and that's just how good Ligero is, and now he's going to go for that C4L.
And he gets it!
Spikes him on his head.
Pete Dunne suffers from the 1%er, the C4L, and that is enough to give El Ligero the win here at Stacked.
And Ligero, I mean, if there was any reason not to be impressed with El Ligero, then there is no argument against that point now, because Ligero, Dave, changed that into mid-air, went for that C4L, EC3 out of position, turned it into a kick, and followed straight back up with the C4L on Pete Dunne. That is a big victory. Big victory.
Pete Dunne is going to be feeling that in the morning. Two finishing moves. The 1%er followed by the C4L. Carter looks furious. He's got the cape of Ligero again.
Never touch another man's cape.
Well, he's already touched it once before the match, and
never touch it twice then.
Well, that is a sign of respect from EC3 to the winner of tonight's triple threat match, the Mexican sensation El Ligero.
Do you want to see WCPW live but are allergic to the awful people of Newcastle? WCPW is coming to Greater Manchester on Saturday the 8th of October to the Altrincham Silver Blades Arena. Your ticket won't just get you a stacked card featuring Cody Rhodes versus Kurt Angle, but will also grant you access to our first ever fan convention during the day. Meet the What Culture guys, have photos with your favourite WCPW wrestlers, a host of other surprises, and VIP members will get to meet Kurt Angle and Cody Rhodes in person. Tickets can be bought at wc.pw.